Hey, good day. It's Wednesday the 18th, and I just got back from doing a dedication or breaking ground on a new project here in our area. It's going to be like a place to rent kayaks and go up and down a little canal, and I did the blessing of the site beforehand. It was really nice. I'm coming on today to talk about a few little interesting things that I learned this weekend. I was in Baltimore, Maryland at a conference, and it was awesome. It was very good. And one of the things that stuck out at me this weekend was that one of the speakers said, if you're going to do something, no matter how hard it is, do it right. And what they meant by right was do the right thing. And I think that we tend to get wrapped up in how what we're going to do is going to benefit us. And the whole point of a lot of the speakers this weekend was take your eyes off yourself and put them on somebody else. You know, Zig Ziglar says in a lot of his writings before he died was that if you help enough people get what they want, you'll never want for what you need or want. You'll always have everything you want. And that is so true when you take your eyes off of yourself and you decide to help other people. You know, when you focus on yourself, a lot of times you focus on your imperfections or your pains or your sufferings or things about you that are aggravating you, you know. But when you focus on other people, you kind of forget about yourself, and things just tend to work out better for you, you know. And it was very interesting this weekend how so many people that were talking, it was a business meeting, it was leadership, and so many of these leaders were talking about how in order to lead, the most effective kind of leadership is not because of your position or because you make people follow you. It's when people want to follow you because of the path that you've chosen, you know, to lead them to. And most of those leaders were leading, people wanted to follow them because they knew that the leaders had their back, that the leaders were taking care of them, that it was going to be beneficial for them, for the people being led. Anyway, we learned that this weekend sometimes you have to have a focus on a team concept. You know, sometimes you have to look at what a team is involved, how a team can move forward together, and and that you are more worried about the team than you as the leader, and not because of what you're going to get out of it, but because of what the members of the team are going to get out of it. And that is so important in life. You know, Jesus always said, love your neighbor as yourself, you know, and that begins with loving yourself. You have to be able to love yourself, and you have to have a value. You have to value your own worth. You know, what are you worth? What is your self-worth? Are you worthy of whatever it is that you're seeking? And I think it's important for us to learn that self-love, so that we can then give it away. You know, love wasn't put in your heart to stay. Love isn't love till you give it away. And I think that's includes charity, you know, because charity is another word for love. And so I think we're called to help other people and be generous in our lives. And I know that in our lives, my wife and I's lives, when we have changed our focus to being generous, to giving to others, it seems that we become blessed. And I think that's part of the way life is. Had an interesting thing happen today. One of my friends, I'm not going to say who it is, I knew him when I was in the billboard business. I was a lawyer for a billboard company for many years, and he and I got to be friends. He was a third generation owner of a billboard company, and I found out recently that they sold to the company I used to be with. And so it gave me an opportunity to reach out to him and say hi. And this is one of those situations where you just feel so good for people that are blessed. You know, you share in their joy. And it gave me an opportunity to kind of reconnect with an old friend and share in his joy and his happiness at what has transpired business-wise for them. So that's a little nice serendipity of life, the way it works. If you would continue to pray for my wife's parents. They're both ill. They live with us, and if you'll pray for them and just lift them up in prayer, that would be very much appreciated. Other than that, I will say that Baltimore was a very interesting place to be. We were at the convention center, and we had to walk to our hotel, and we went through what I think was probably not a very good part of town, but we were safe, and we had no problems. And we didn't go to the harbor. We went to the harbor last time we were there for a convention. But we did go and get crab cakes and the things you do when you're in Maryland. So it was a nice trip, quick weekend trip, and very beneficial in personal growth. I'm reading a book right now called The Compound Effect. I don't know if you can read, it's probably backwards, by Darren Hardy. It's a very good book, and what it tells you to do is take small things, because when you have a small thing and then you do it over time, it compounds, and it's kind of like interest. You know, compound interest can be very beneficial if you're the benefactor of the interest, or if you're paying it, it can be very hurtful. But anyway, that Compound Effect is the book I'm reading now, and it's a very good read, and it was recommended to me, and so I recommend it to you. Beyond that, I wish you a good day, and I hope that you got a nugget or two from this short 7-minute video. Take care. God bless.